Yeah, welcome back to another episode. You already know who it is. It's your man's D Marachi.
It's the nigga everybody love to hate. That's all I'm gonna say on this one. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Let's jump right into it, D Marachi, man. We
Um,
got some more officially today. They're supposed to be picking the jury for the Megan Tory case, correct?
Absolutely. So that's what's going on. So just want to run a quick timeline. We did
Handle
this
the
on.
business.
We want yeah we did a video on this a long time ago, but it got lost. It got
Well, like
lost in the
this
sauce.
summer. Yeah, we did it
Yeah.
like this summer.
So now everything is just coming together. And like how I describe this, I think that this is gonna about to cause a civil war amongst men and women. And like a lot of women, again, they're taking the side of Megan. But
Quick question.
go ahead. So this is the thing though. If she gets found to be lying, are the good women gonna step up and cancel her? Like what they did to Tory right now, like what they've done to many of other of our prominent black celebrity males. Are they gonna do it to her? Or are they just gonna coddle her and try to sympathize and empathize with her and say it's okay,
They're
we
not gonna do
understand?
anything. They gonna sweep it under a rug. And they're not. No, the good women ain't gonna say shit because the good women never say shit. And it ain't enough good women to say shit. They don't and this is the problem I be having with our sisters, man. They claim they're not like them. Y'all ain't making y'all voices heard. Y'all ain't pointing out the bullshit that these women do so we can separate y'all too. You know what I'm saying? They don't never have nothing to say when this shit go on. So, where were the good women when Kevin Samuels died and all these nasty vulture ass bitches was out here dog walking a man after his death that they've never met?
Right.
Where was they never make their voice heard. So no, there don't ain't no women gonna do nothing in this situation, but continue to keep supporting Meg because most women don't have a issue with anything done towards their black men,
So
especially anything done from a black woman towards black men, bro.
fair. So let me ask you this. A lot of the things that we know about the case, and again, we don't know everything. Everything we're saying here is alleged. The things that we do know about, right? Do they show similar character traits to a lot of our black women?
As far as
She's been
what?
doing. As far as her characteristics, like allegedly lying, she she's a constant drunk and trouble where she goes, things of that nature.
Yeah,
Pointing. Go
not
ahead.
only that, it just shows a woman who, at the end of the day, is not willing to take any accountability at this point. You know what I'm saying? Or um, really just come clean about a situation. This shit shouldn't have to be. See, what's gonna happen is they're gonna go to trial, and trial is not Instagram Live. It's not based off of no emotions. This shit is based off of evidence and what can be proven, and it's gonna be a whole different ball game. And all this could have been eliminated by just coming clean about shit prior to getting here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, we gonna see. And just to give a quick rundown to everybody about what they have at this point. So what they have at this point is doctor's records. They have the doctor's records that from the doctor that examined Meg and the ones that did surgery on their foot, and they said they pulled out glass. Okay, they said they pulled glass out of her feet. All right, there was no bullet. There was no fragments of a bullet. It was glass. They have the police record when they got arrested that night. All the Kelsey, Tory, and Megan all got arrested. I believe the security guard did not get arrested, and even if he did, and I'm not clear on him, but even if he did, all of them bonded out by the next morning. They were out of there. Everybody was. There was no charges on Tory at the time for aggravated assault or shooting Meg at the time. So on that initial police report, she did not initially say that she was shot at all. Okay. The next set of evidence is, of course, that night. Yeah, everybody, because they were called. The police were called because weapons were fired in a very, very, very wealthy community in suburbia Los Angeles. This is where the Kardashians live. They were a block away from the Kardashians' house. So that's the reason why the police were called. Anytime the police are called because the shots fired and then they retrieve a gun, they're going to test everybody to see who possibly have gunpowder residue on their hands. If you fire a weapon, you're going to have residue from the kickback, the fire of the firing of the weapon. So there was nobody to be found with any gunpowder on them except for Kelsey, the friend of Megan. She was found with gunpowder residue on her head. Nobody else. Okay? These are all the facts that we have at this point. Is there anything I'm missing, D. Marati?
Nah, I think you covered everything, but I wanted to go to this point and I wanted to share the screen. And I wanted to ask you, does this sound familiar right here? All right, so let's get to this. All right, so we're here. And then you tell me, because me and you, we met in a kind of unique world. We kind of call it the underworld, but we've heard this a number of different times. And I just want to read this to you. And
Go
it
ahead, big dog.
says, and this is from Megan's Instagram page or Twitter page. Sorry about that, Twitter. It says, Black women are so unprotected. We hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. So with that being said, what do you get out of that?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What is she trying to say? Like, first off, what I want to know is what type of protection are black women looking for? What type of protection do you feel that you need from us? I mean, I need to know what protection are they looking for?
They feel like they're getting attacked and black men aren't protecting them.
Getting attacked? How?
They're saying that they're getting attacked. Like this is what they're
By
saying.
what?
But this is the thing. You know what I mean? There should be no way that a black woman should be attacked at all if she has a black man in the picture. And if she's getting confronted by a black man, why is she getting confronted by him? Like you should not
I don't
be
think that's the case that she's talking about, but
okay.
like, and I'm sure when black women are talking about they don't feel protected, they're not talking about against one individual. They're talking about something else that we have no idea, or it'll probably take a woman that feels like she's not protected to be able to explain to us. But what I'm saying is, all women get attacked when they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. I seen
Okay.
all what in the last year, white women getting attacked and being called Karens whenever they do some bullshit, don't they?
Right.
But they're doing some bullshit. That's why they're getting called Karens.
Right.
Black women, you are not above criticism. If your ass is doing some goofy shit, you're going to get attacked and you deserve that shit. Don't call out for us to protect you on your bullshit.
Right. And so I also want to say this. Like if if a black woman called the police versus a black man called the police, who are they most likely to come to first?
You know the answer to that?
They're most likely to come to a black woman.
Yeah.
If when it comes to government assistance and government aid, who's most likely to get it first? Black woman. And alimony and settlements as far as their marriages, who's more likely to get the home if there's no prenup involved? They're gonna give it. So I don't understand this narrative of protect the black woman, and I feel like they're more protected more protected. I feel the people, if anybody is the least protected, is the black male, in my opinion.
Nobody cares about the black male, bro.
Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just
Who
saying, I'm
gives a
just
fuck
saying,
about him?
I'm just saying.
Who gives a fuck about him? Fuck
I'm
a
just,
black male.
I'm
What?
just saying. You know what I mean? Yo, we get gunned down. You know what I mean? Yo, we running, we exercising, and we getting gunned down.
Unfair sentencing for the same type of crimes that may be committed from another culture or race who are not getting the same amount of time. So, I mean, it's unfair treatment on every level when you look at the way our culture is treated by itself. And when you think about majority of the way our culture is treated by itself, it's usually inflicted on black men,
Right.
not black women. You know, it has happened to some black women before. We're not saying that it's not some points to where black women are being treated unfairly or being treated the same way we get treated. We've seen that before. Sandra Bland, we've seen several situations to where because she was a black woman, she was done foul. But that is not the normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more normal on our behalf that you can see that happen to any John Doe, man. What is the list? I mean, can you even remember all the names of black men that has had their lives taken by police officers in the last 10 years?
Nah, you can't.
The list is ridiculous, bro.
You can't.
We're talking about hundreds, man, if
And,
not thousands.
and those are hundreds that are filmed. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right, right,
So, so imagine what's going on before social media, before the internet became prominent. Like, imagine. And they're being disposed of. Like, without any, I don't even care,
yeah.
compassion, any of that.
So let's get back to the case at hand.
Yep.
You mentioned earlier what's going to be done if she's found to be lying, and we hit on that. But here's the thing I want to hit on if she's found to be lying. What is causing women, not just black women, we've seen this happen from pretty much, especially towards black men, every race of women what causes them to extremely get emotional enough to want to try to lie to destroy somebody? That's sick.
Right.
That's sick. If you know you haven't been shot, you have no proof to show you've been shot, other than your mouth saying it at this point. How in the hell can you make this up?
Right. Right.
And they say Kanye crazy. I want to know, yeah, and he's just running his mouth. I want to know if they gonna call this motherfucker crazy if she lying, bro.
Yeah. And are they gonna do the same? Are they gonna give her the same treatment that they gave Kevin Samuels? Like they had a whole celebration of this man passing away. They was happy.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? They went
right,
crazy. And some women was coming at me like, yeah, yeah, your man, he passed away. I'm like, who? I'm thinking it's IV. You know what I mean? And they saying Kevin Samuels. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, he
right,
ain't done nothing to you like that to where you
right,
want to wish death upon him when
right.
you got people out here like George Zimmerman, you got all these other people that are still living, and y'all ain't even wishing death upon them.
Right,
What I mean? So
right.
I mean it is. I want to touch upon one point, and what I will do is I'll put it in the description, but I don't have it loaded up. Now she said she was shot in her foot. Now
Twice.
the night of twice, the night
Yeah.
of they pulled the car over, asked them to step out the car, and she was kind of backpedaling like this. You know what I mean? So if you were shot in the foot, I've never been shot before, and especially not in the foot. IV, could you break that down for us? Like,
Your ass ain't walking, dog. I don't give a fuck what type of adrenaline you got rushing. I don't give a fuck if you Shaquille O'Neal size. You listen. You got just as many bones and tendons in your feet as you have in your whole body.
Right.
So if your foot gets hit, have you ever stubbed your toe before?
Yeah.
We're just talking about stubbing your toe. Your
Right.
ass can't walk for a minute, can you? You gotta let
Oh no.
that toe get stop throbbing. So all those bones and tendons you have in your foot can start to react again, and you can walk again. Now imagine a bullet that tears through flesh, bones, and tendons, hitting your foot and being able to walk on your heel the same night. It's never gonna happen. The damage that a bullet causes, especially to a foot, which is a very soft, tender area, you're not gonna walk on it. I don't give a fuck what SWAT team came out and asked you to move backwards. You're not doing it. You're not capable of doing it.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's just not. It's not feasible. It's not based on size. It's not based on adrenaline. This is just pure science right here. That metal inches your foot, and you're not walking for at least 6 months.
Right.
She was twerking. She was twerking the same weekend or the following weekend.
Right. Yo, even if you had like a sprained ankle or broken ankle, you're not walking. So this
Nah,
is
you're not.
shot in the foot. And you know, IV, you played sports on a high level. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you're your experience when it comes to this. So you've had sprained ankles and stuff, right? Not to go too much into your personal.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had that, right? Go ahead.
Say I sprain, not break, but
Okay.
sprain my ankle, right? Twisted or something gets pulled in there in that ankle area that shouldn't be bothered. I will have to go through extensive medical treatment just to be able to have the possibility to play again the next day or within the next few days. We're talking about a sprain. You're talking about soaking your ankle in hot water, then putting it on ice so you can speed up the healing process. Is what they're trying to do with using those temperatures to try to bring that ankle back to usage again. But this is just like I said, this is a sprain. We're not talking about something as serious as breaking your ankle or something serious as a bullet going into your foot. There's nothing medically that can be done to get you back on your feet and walking and within I would say anywhere between a 3 week to 9 week period. They're gonna cast that bitch up, and your ass gonna have to stay off of that motherfucker, or walk with crutches, or in a wheelchair. You're not. There's nothing that can medically be done after a bullet hits your foot to get you back to walking again. Forget about it. Forget about it. 3 to 9 weeks, man. You better forget about it. Let that thing heal. Get the bullet up out of there, and wait for the healing process to go through with itself. If you were an athlete, you got shot in your foot. Forget about that season. You're not gonna play. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna play.
Yeah, Plexico Burris, he shot himself in the club. You know what I mean?
And even if he wouldn't have went to prison, he wouldn't have played for at least a year or so. Just for the fact that it would take time for that foot to heal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even when he came back, he wasn't the same Plexico Burris that he was before he left, which lets you know that damage to that foot was pretty serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know, she went on different media outlets like Gayle King and other platforms where she went on a smear campaign to say that this man shot her. You know what I mean? So we can't say, oh, she didn't say that. She did. And like I said, if it comes to find out, and stuff has came up during the summer, we've covered this to suggest that she may have fabricated the story. Certain
Oh
people
yeah,
distancing from her.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. She's lost a lot of endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was with Finney, which was Rihanna's line. Rihanna cut her from Finney, and also they stopped following her on social media. So there was something up this summer that everybody found out. I'm not 100% sure if it was related to this case or not, but it was something that went on this summer that made a lot of people kind of distance themselves from Meg Thee Stallion, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is going to be, as far as entertainment goes, this is going to either make or break her career right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's either going to be done entertainment wise. Nobody's going to put that money up and invest behind you no more. And you stay in drama, you stay in a bunch of bullshit all the time, and then you're found out to be an extreme liar on top of that. This is going to back everybody the fuck up off of her. And this is what makes it even crazy. If she's found out to be lying, she did this all to herself. This is not an unfortunate situation. This is something that she got on social media, accused this man of, and created the situation. Like I said initially, and what's in evidence right now is the initial police report, where she said nothing about getting shot, nothing about somebody shooting her, and never felt like she was threatened at the time of getting around those police officers. You know what I'm saying? At that time, she was in safety. She was separated from them, and she could have said whatever the hell she needed to say. She is no reason to feel to be in fear of Tory and a gun at that point.
Right.
So all I'm saying is she's created this situation herself. And instead of, even after she did it and the police got involved and the state took the case away from her and prosecuted themselves, she could have came and back down at any time and said, hey, that's not what happened. You know, I was just frustrated. I was mad. And I said some things I shouldn't have said on social media. Don't prosecute this man because he didn't do anything to me.
Right. But the
she
thing,
hasn't did that.
but now and I want to piggyback that as well when she's saying that story. Now she said that story because she was like, a lot of the Black Lives Matter things were going on, and she wanted to protect this man, and she wanted to keep things under wrap. But you went on social media to say that this man did it. So which one is it? I look at the I look at the hypocrisy in the story. Yeah, I just swallowed spit the wrong way. But yeah, I look at that and I'm like, dang, like, you say you want to keep it under wraps, you want to protect, but then you throw him under the bus on one of the biggest platforms. So I'm like, I don't understand that at all.
Major contradiction. Major contradiction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is nothing you can do, Meg, yourself, to protect a black man from what police could possibly do to him, but scream and yell.
Right.
If they was going to do something to him, they're going to do it anyway in front of you. Yo, I remember, I can't remember the name of the good brother, but I remember seeing it on Facebook Live, and they killed this black man who had a gun. He did have a gun, but he was registered. It was legit. They blew his brains out in front of his girlfriend and his child.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you're going to be able to do to protect any black man. They were coming because of shots being fired. When they got there, they were looking for a gun, and they found the gun they were looking for.
Right.
What type of protection did you give?
None. You know what I mean? None. And like, look at all the bridges that she's burned. You know what I mean? Her old label, she don't want to give them money or pay them back. She burned the bridge with her friend, one of her best friends. You know, just to maintain, like, and she has a history of being what is it, a alcoholic. This is allegedly alcoholic. You know what I mean? IV, they call you an alcoholic though. They
I
say
don't give a fuck what they say.
they say that he be drinking out of the red cup and things like that. But you ain't
Yep.
going there lying on people though.
I ain't listen, man. I'm minding my damn business like they should mind theirs about me. Get the fuck out of my business, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, my business is my business, but at the same time, my businesses my businesses are growing and they're not being destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I like to sip, me sipping is not it's not causing any interference with my business world. You know what I'm saying? And I drink in my leisure time. It's not like I'm in the middle of a board meeting with a big bottle of 1738. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I sip when we do these podcasts. I sip when I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Watching a football game, like any normal human being that sips, bro.
Right.
It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in public elements or at public parties getting wasted, starting fights, bro.
Right. And the most important thing, not lying. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like a lot of what we talk about on here, it's on our viewpoints, and a lot of it is facts, but we're never lying on an individual. You know
Right.
what I mean? And that's what's going on. And when we say lying, intentionally trying to deceive someone to make someone believe a story. And this is what could be happening here. And it's like, to what why would you go to that extent to ruin a man's livelihood, to take him away from his family that he
The most.
provides for? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm no fan of Tory Lanez. I'm no fan. But as a man, I respect what he does. He's making an honest living. He's able to provide for his family. I think he has like a daughter. And why would you want to take that man away from that for 25 years? It'll be basically over for him. And it's like,
Oh, not basically. It will be over, and he
go
might
ahead.
not get that. He may not get that type of time. But what's going to happen is he's going to be banned from activities in the United States. He'll be basically stuck to Canada and whatever country, other than the United States to handle his business at. Which hip hop is the most predominant here. And then I would have to say the secondary country of hip hop will be the UK at this point.
Mhm.
So he would have to develop more of a following out there, and he will lose a lot here, including his right to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's I don't think he'll end up doing 25 years or nothing like that. He will get some jail time for sure, but I think he'll be out in more like 3 to 8, anywhere between that 3 year to 8 year mark. He'll be out of that, but his career will be over, and he'll be banned from the United States. That's for sure.
Okay. So,
And this is one thing I find interesting. The prosecution has made it clear that Kelsey, the friend, um, will be testifying on the prosecution's behalf, which I find that very interesting, man. That because she's hasn't said anything so far. She was the only one found with gunpowder on her, and her and Meg had a bad falling out on social media.
there we go.
They even made diss tracks about each other, like rap songs. Like
Right.
they were terrible, but they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I find that strange, and that's going to be one of the biggest things I think this week is Kelsey testifying on behalf of the prosecution.
Let me ask
That's
you.
what
Let me
that's going
ask
to be
you.
huge.
Let me ask you a question, right? Why would they make diss tracks towards each other if they're friends?
Yo, something, and this is what we're all waiting for. There's something in that. There's something to that. Like we haven't got the story yet, but trial's about to start this week, and it's going to start hitting the fan this week. You know what I'm saying? And I think all of it's going to start to make some sense at the end of the day. But obviously there was some beefing going on. I don't know if it was behind Tory. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was behind Tory or not at this point, but they were beefing like bad. Airing each other out. You know what I'm saying? Airing each other out. So we're gonna see. We gonna see what all that was about. But at this point, she will be testifying on the behalf of the prosecution.
Right.
Which I hope these young ladies know. This is not a fucking love and hip hop show. When you come on there with some mediator and y'all can just get messy, they're not gonna allow no messy shit. It's gonna be about the facts. They're gonna ask direct questions. Lawyers are going to ask direct questions to each person that gets up on that stand. I don't care if it's for the defense or the prosecution. You are going to be, um, uh, you're going to be basically, what's the word I'm looking for, man? Interrogated on the stand, and they're going to figure out what's truth and what's not truth. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be hard for her to explain when the defense comes up why she had gunpowder on her and she didn't fire a weapon.
Right.
Because there was nobody else found with gunpowder on them.
Right. Right.
So at the end of the day, bro, they got some explaining to do. You know?
And it's like, again, why would Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, why would they get into an altercation or a disagreement? Why is that?
Rumor has it, allegedly, he was fucking Kelsey, he was fucking Meg, and that night, Kylie Jenner was throwing a party. He was flirting with Kylie. Okay. Obviously, Kylie, she was feeling it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which sparked Meg to start acting a little wild, which eventually led to Kylie kicking all of them out of the party. And this is what's funny. Even if Meg want to say, yeah, well, I was feeling Tory or something like that, and or she thinking they was in a relationship, the baby already aired her out and said he fucked the day before that party. So the emotional state of her and that alcohol is a bad combination, because that's what caused events. That's what caused them to have to leave that party at the time they did. They were kicked out of there. You know what I'm saying? All of them. So, that initial whatever led to if she was shot or not shot was caused by Meg, no matter how you look at it.
Right.
Meg, that alcohol and trying to be in control of situations when she's not in control of herself.
So allegedly, she could have been under the influence as far as alcohol, allegedly, not really coherent to what's going on. They get into an incident. She thought she was shot. She stepped on a piece of glass, allegedly. And like now she's saying that she was shot. All because she got into a disagreement with Tory about sleeping with her best friend. That sound about right?
He was fucking with the best friend first.
Okay, first.
Then Meg. So the best friend, like, damn, bitch, you just, you know what I mean? You just go behind my back and fuck with somebody I'm fucking with?
Right.
Some messy shit. But that messy shit ain't what they care about in the courtroom. What they care about is where that bullet came from, and if in the end, what they care about is if a bullet ever hit her. If a bullet ever hit Meg. And at this point, there's no proof of a bullet hitting Meg, and there's no proof of Tory firing a weapon. They can go in there and point the finger at him all they want to. But there's some explaining to do on why that gunpowder was on the friend and not on Tory.
Yeah.
So, and there you have it on that note. The trial set to start today, where they're doing the jury selection today. And within the next week or so, we gonna have all the answers we need, man. So I look forward to the next one of these we do, because we'll have a lot more detail and a lot more facts to bring to the table about this messy ass shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and again on Plug Talk, we're gonna be following this case closely as stuff comes in. We'll probably drop another video as well, giving y'all some updates and how it's looking. But definitely when this go down, you're gonna hear Plug Talk, and we're gonna go Instagram live. And also, the other place it was shut down. Y'all want to like, comment, subscribe over here. Share our content as well. Comment. Don't call us. Don't DM us. Come in the DM. I mean, come in the comments. You know what I mean? Comment.
For real, for real.
You know what I
For
mean?
real, for real.
And,
Big facts, man.
and yo, we back in the fold here on Plug Talk, where you know what I mean. I'm gonna give this a tie. Where we talk the talk and walk the walk. I may have messed it up, but it is what it is.
Hey, listen, at this point, man, we just gonna tell them this, man. You ain't gotta go home. But you gotta get the fuck out of here for right now, man.
All
Peace
right.
and blessings, y'all.
Some blessings.